Kim Taehyung opens the new year with a surprising live. His honest words leave ARMY in silence. Hello everyone. Welcome back to BTS fans. If you're new here, feel free to subscribe. For BTS stories that never need to be rushed. The beginning of a new year usually arrives wrapped in noise. Countdowns, cheers, fireworks filling the night sky. But that night, when Kim Taehyung turned on his live, there were no explosions, no overwhelming excitement. There was only silence. A silence that felt warm. He appeared without a big announcement. Without a sensational title. Without distance. As if he wasn't coming as a global star. But simply as someone who wanted to talk. For a moment. And because of that, the ARMY who joined that night had no idea they were about to witness one of the most honest moments of the new year. Taehyung sat calmly. His outfit was simple, his face gentle, yet his eyes carried something deeper. Not dramatic sadness, not overflowing happiness, but a feeling we often experience at a turning point, when one year ends and another begins. He greeted ARMY softly. His voice was unhurried, not prepared for entertainment. And in that very moment, many ARMY felt the same thing. This live did not want to be loud. This live wanted to be honest. The end and the beginning of a year always make me think a lot, he said quietly. A simple sentence, yet heavy, because the new year is not only about hope. It is also about what we carry with us from the year before. Fatigue. We never had time to release. Questions we never dared to answer out loud. Taehyung began to speak about time, about how time moves faster than he ever imagined, about how he is often surrounded by many people, yet still finds himself talking to his own thoughts. Late at night, he didn't complain. He didn't seek sympathy. He simply admitted that there are days when he feels not enough, not strong enough, not good enough, not worthy of the immense love he receives. And at that moment, ARMY fell silent, because the words "not enough" are not unfamiliar. They are words we often whisper to ourselves, and hearing them come from Kim Taehyung, someone who seems to have everything, made one thing clear: no one is truly immune to doubt. The comment section, usually moving at lightning speed, slowed down, not because there were no feelings, but because there were too many, arriving all at once. ARMY didn't want to disturb the moment with the wrong words. They chose to listen. Taehyung took a deep breath. Then he spoke about his role as Kim Taehyung, about how he loves what he does, yet still has to learn how to understand himself behind it all. I often ask myself, he said softly, whether I've done my best. The question was not spoken with sadness, only honesty. And that honesty was louder than any shout. He then smiled. A small, genuine smile. And then he mentioned ARMY. About how ARMY's presence often becomes his support. When he feels unsteady about simple messages that arrive unannounced, about support that may not always be visible, but is always felt. "You may not know this," he said, "but you often save me." Without realizing it, those words fell gently. And for many ARMY, that was the moment. Their hearts felt full. Because so often, ARMY feel like just one among millions. But that night, Taehyung made everyone feel seen, feel meaningful. He then spoke about loneliness. Not loneliness from being alone, but the loneliness that comes when too much is expected. A loneliness that cannot be erased by crowds. Once again, ARMY did not respond with cheers. They absorbed it, because that feeling was far too familiar. Taehyung then turned to the new year ahead. Without big resolutions, without grand promises, he simply wanted to be more honest with himself, kinder to his own heart, braver in saying, "I'm tired," without feeling like he failed. "I don't want to keep running," he said. "I want to learn how to walk at a calmer pace." And those words were not only for him. They were a message for anyone who feels left behind. He spoke to those who feel lost, who feel slow, who feel like they haven't arrived yet. "It's okay," he said gently. "It's okay if you don't know yet who you want to be. It's okay if you're still searching. Please stay alive. Please stay here." Those words became a quiet reminder at the beginning of the year that simply enduring is also a victory. As the live neared its end, the tone never changed. There was no dramatic closing, only a thank you and a simple hope that everyone would take good care of themselves. And when the screen went dark, the feeling did not disappear. It stayed in ARMY's hearts, in the quiet of the night, at the beginning of a year that suddenly felt different. Because this live was not about a big surprise, not about announcements, but about the courage to be honest in a world that constantly asks us to appear strong. Kim Taehyung chose to be human. And at the beginning of that year, ARMY did not cheer. They fell silent, with hearts